Let's say you had a senior friend and you're trying to go to their dorm. I wish you all the best. The moment you cross from the juniors to the seniors vicinity, it's a wrap. You're just waiting to see one junior student and you're cooked. Like, you would be the slave for the night, literally. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today would be a little bit of a different video. A few people actually did request for this. Like, I'm not even capping. This is not no. A lot of people be asking me. No, a few people actually did ask me, and I posted shorts of my skincare routine, but this was a year ago. If you haven't watched that, go and watch that video, okay? But I'm going to do an updated skincare routine. I love skincare. If I could be skincare, I would be skincare. If you love me, just give me a Sephora gift card. Let's get into the video. The first thing that I'm going to do is to wash my face. Obviously, I use this Innisfree cleansing foam. Whilst we are washing my face, something I want to talk about today is boarding school. I feel like, honestly, boarding school is just something that I would never like forget, like the experience, I guess, like just the culture and all those things. But if you guys do not know, I actually went to boarding school in Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria up until I was 16 years, and so I went to boarding school for 6 years of my life. I got into boarding school when I was 10 years of age. I was 10 or I was 9 going on 10. One of them, I forgot. I hate when like I'm washing my face and there's like water just like dripping on my hand. It's like a sensory nightmare. I went to an all-girls boarding school. That is really important. All girls. The only men at my school were like teachers, you know, but there was not really like a lot of them. It was like, you know, sports like coaches, administrative staff, that kind of thing. But yeah, there wasn't really much of them. Nothing can really prepare you for boarding school. I'm telling you, like, nothing can really prepare you. I think that, like, actually I never heard like any like stories about like, you know, how things were, like bullying, all those things. I never really heard anything like that. Like, it's something that I got to experience for myself. So my school ran all the way from grade 7 to grade 12. Unlike King's College, which is like the brother school of my school, they were separate. So the juniors and the seniors were separate. Junior school is from grade 7 to grade 9, and that's what we call JSS, so junior secondary school. And then from grade 10 to grade 12 was senior school. My first day as a boarding school student, brother, it was so like hectic. Like, I was so hectic. Like, you had to bring in like a whole bunch of stuff, like cleaning materials, like your books, your groceries, but we didn't call it groceries back then. We called it provisions. Okay, I'm putting you guys onto game and onto slang. Okay, it was just like a lot. Mind you, you're not the only person. There's like 200 other people going to the same exact spot that you are and checking in the same time that you are. It was so overstimulating and so overwhelming. We went by colors: green, blue, red, orange, yellow, purple. Right, there was 6 houses. I was in the green house. Each house had like their stand for like checking in, right? And that's where you have the house supervisor, you have the matrons, you have the prefects, which are like senior students that are basically in charge of like other students. I go there, you know, I check in whatever. They check my luggage for like contraband items. So things that were contraband were like, you couldn't bring anything glass. So things like glass perfumes, deodorant, you could not bring any of that. You couldn't bring like things that were sharp, so like sardines, anything that could cut you, all those things you couldn't. Also, your nightwear had to be like, it had to be like proper nightwear. You can't bring like clothes that look like nightwear but are not. You can't really do stuff like that. They are going to take it away from you. The reason for that is because like a lot of students, like especially like the older students, they used to do something called scaling the fence. They would leave the school by jumping over the school fences, literally. So that's why like clothes that look like house clothes and stuff like that was banned, because then they wouldn't be able to recognize who's actually a student and who's not. If you're gonna dress like someone that's outside, it's gonna be difficult for them to recognize that you're a student of the school. Fast forward to what actually started happening. The next thing I'm going to use is this Skin 1004 ampoule. Some people call it Centella, but the name is actually Skin 1004. I think Centella is like the name of like the ingredient that they use in most of the products. It's really thin. I already put some, but so I just do that and I just literally just like tap. I'm very like generous in my skincare stuff. I don't lie, bro. I'm generous. I spend my money on it, I'ma use it. You know what I mean? Like, please. Don't forget the neck, guys. I'm gonna wait for that to dry down and continue with the rest of the story. I told my parents bye, you know, all that. I did not know what was ahead of me. We were in the school area at this time, so I'm going to the hostel area, you know, to find my dorm. They had already told me at the check-in what dorm I would be assigned to. Tell me why I get there and I find out that these people put the JS1 students, which is basically like the grade 7s, the newer students, with the senior students. That is criminal, because usually juniors and seniors are separate. They don't stay together, obviously, to reduce the bullying. But when I got to that school, that did not happen, because they were working on the building for the junior students, and so they just put us in a random dorm, okay, with all the senior students. That was the genesis of the issue. These seniors did not care. They had access to us. They treated us like slaves. There was just so many unspoken rules that nobody really tells you about. You have to find out, you know, by yourself, and you're not going to find out in the best way, obviously. One of these things that the seniors did to us was something called the Book of No Return. So imagine this: a random senior just comes into your dorm and she's like, hey, you come down, because we had like bunk beds, right? And then she's like, oh, I want you to go to, I'm in greenhouse, right? I want you to go to orange house, which is like literally all the way across the building. She's like, I want you to go to orange house and I want you to ask for Senior Ada. When you go to Senior Ada, I want you to ask her for the Book of No Return. Tell her that, you know, I need to read it. That, you know, I borrowed it to her, but she, you know, she hasn't given me the book back. So I need to go to her and tell her to give you the book. Being sent on errand was called being shoprighted. That was the slang, that was the term that was used. As a junior, from like GS1 all the way to SS1, so that's from grade 7 all the way to grade 10, you are always at a risk of being shoprighted by the grade 10, grade 11s and grade 12s. This senior just randomly calls me. She's like, oh, I want you to go to the orange house and I want you to go get the Book of No Return from this person. So I'm scared, and I'm walking fast too, because I don't want nobody to like send me on an errand. Like, please let me just go to where they send me, get the book and get out. Another rule: you have to knock before you enter your senior's dorm. You don't just enter. If they don't tell you to come in, you can't go in. You stand there till they tell you to come in. I knock. I'm looking for Senior Ada, and they're like, you're looking for? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for Senior. And she's like, oh, like, so come with me. And I'm like, okay. She's like, oh, look in the bucket. It's Senior Ada. Look in the bucket. I'm like, oh, please, what is going on? You couldn't say I'm looking for. You say I'm asking of. She's like, look in the bucket, look under the bed, look in my pillow, look in my bag. Don't say I'm looking for next time. Say I'm asking of. And I was like, that, like, what you just did was literally, obviously I didn't say to her, but like, it's literally easier for you to just correct me on the spot instead of doing all the gymnastics. So then I find the senior and I go ask her like, oh, you know, Senior Oge or something. asked me to get the book of no return, and she's like, oh, I don't have it, I gave it to this other senior in the yellow house. So you're walking all the, I walked all the way backwards downstairs all across again to go and find Senior Oge. I go to Senior Oge, I repeat the same process. I knock on the door, I'm asking of Senior Oge, and they tell me, oh, what do you want? I'm like, oh, Senior Ada told me that you have the book of no return that Senior this was asking for. And she's like, oh, well, I don't have it, it's all the way in this. So you're basically just being tossed around all night. It was like literally the most confusing thing ever. At some point I didn't get what's going on, and then I had to go back to the senior and tell her like, oh, so you know, like I've asked this senior and that senior and that senior for your book, but they don't have it. And she's like, yeah, dummy, there is no book of no return.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
You don't understand the like rage that I felt inside me. I just do not understand like why they had to be so cruel. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, that like thinking about it now, it actually makes me sad, because I think that's when I was kind of introduced to the power dynamics that exist in boarding school between juniors and seniors. Seniors hold so much power, and it's almost like a rite of passage, like, well, I have to do it, it was done to me, so I have to do it to you. So that was one of the first things that I experienced at boarding school. Well, we're going to move on to the next thing, this pharmacy hydrating milk essence. This is very like, you know, it's like a milky toner almost. As a moisturizing though, I wouldn't say so. It does do the job, like it has like ceramides and all those things, so like it does do the job of like hydrating your face, but like does it moisturize my skin? Like if I put it on by itself, can I go out and will it act as a moisturizer? No. You see, like I don't know, I don't think like I would be able to like wear this just by itself. For some people it might like work, like, you know, you might be able to just put this on your face and go out. I would want to try like another like milky toner to really like make a good choice on which one I think is my favorite product. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be using is the Ordinary Alpha Arbutin Serum. This, I use it for like my dark spots and my hyperpigmentation. Sometimes when I do get acne, it do be leaving dark spots, and I don't like that, you know, like hello, we want clear skin, we want glass skin, we don't want none of that. I'm gonna do this. I try to like massage like the forehead. You can see how my face is coming to life, is it not? Something that I did not mention is that like in order for you to survive boarding school as a junior student, you basically need to have older students who are able to like take care of you, look after you, and defend you. We call those senior students school mothers, and I don't know how like people have their own school mothers. Like I don't know like what the process was, like do you go up to them and ask them to be a school mother? I don't know, but that's not how it happened for me, and I just never really found out how other people got theirs. I'm just gonna put on my eye cream. I'm using this retinol eye cream again from Bonnie Hill. I did get this from Winners. Nothing serious. I'm walking to the hostel area for, you know, our lunch. It was lunchtime, so I'm walking there, and you know, a group of seniors, they call me, a group of them, they're just sitting outside their classroom, and I'm so scared because there's like a bunch of them, maybe like 5, 6, and one of them, she tells me to peel her orange. They tell me to peel the orange. I'm like peeling it, but I'm taking my time because I'm struggling. It's not even I'm taking my time, I'm actually struggling because, you know, I don't have nails, right? You can't keep long nails in boarding school. So then she's like shouting at me like, why is it taking me so long? I'm like, oh sorry, like, you know, just like literally scared. And she asked me like, what's your name? I'm like, my name is Harriet. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, like that's my name. And she's like, oh, my name is Harriet too, like, but that's my middle name. I'm like, oh, nice, like nice to know, like, okay. Anyways, I peel the orange after 100 hours, okay, and then I give it back to her, and then she's like, oh, come to my dorm tonight. Anytime seniors want to do something like crazy, they always just tell you to come at night. Okay, the next thing I'm going to be using is the Anua Ceramide Moisturizer, and I got this recently from Sephora as well, and I must say it has helped my skin barrier so much. Before I actually got the Anua moisturizer, I used to use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Water Cream, and yo, this stuff is the go. Okay, shout out to Mary, because this is like life-changing, literally. Like, it's empty now. I can show you guys, it's really nothing inside. Like, yo, it's gone. You know, if I had the money, I'll repurchase this, but I don't. And what I do, I just put it on my 2 fingers like a sunscreen, and I put it on my face like that. It looks funny now, but don't even worry about that. At nighttime, I go up to like the seniors dorm. I'm like, oh, I'm looking for a senior Harriet, and they're like, who's that? I'm like, oh my god, was I lied to? It's a setup. I'm like, senior Harriet, you know. They're like, oh, describe her. So I describe her. She's like, oh, I didn't know her name was Harriet, whatever, because that's her middle name, so she goes by her first name. And he took me to her, and then she told me to sit on her bed. I'm like, okay, first nice treatment, thank god, right? Tells me to sit on her bed, and then I'm like, oh, this is great. So at the time, she wasn't actually in the dorm, she had went like somewhere else. But yeah, she came back from wherever she went to, and then she's like, oh, you came, thank god, whatever. And then we're just talking like normally. She asked me like, what, like, house am I, what class, just, I guess, like basic like stuff. Like, she's actually trying to get to know me. I'm like, okay. This is kind of weird, because all the other seniors, they be like always they always got some like ulterior motive, you know. I ate, and then she introduced herself to me, and then after like our whole like interaction, she's like, oh, well, from today I'm your school mother. Anybody that like sends you on an errand, anybody that like bullies you, let me know. Something that also use at night is this Laneige sleeping mask. This is a sample, by the way. It's so good. I feel like I would get the full thing, but it's like $30. Like, I can just get Vaseline, but honestly, I just love how it feels. It's just so wow, you know. She's like, oh, if there's anybody that like bullies you, whatever, just let me know, and I will be there to defend you. I used to use her name to get out of stuff. She also had a reputation in her set, like her grade. People also did respect her. Like, she was a very like notable person. I feel like anybody that went to my school and is watching this video and I describe the person, they would remember her. She was a pain in the ass for teachers. Like, you know those students that like they don't back down, like they're ready. You're gonna say 1, they will tell you 10. Like, she was that type of student. I'm just so happy like I got to have her as a school mother, because bro, she really saved my life on like a lot of things. I feel like I was protected for just a year, but that's okay. That's okay, because the higher that you go up in class, so if you go from just 1 to just 2, so grade 7 to 8 to 9, the lesser you are bullied. You are bullied, but like it just becomes less and less. In just 2, our building was completed, and so we moved there, and I was there just 2, just 3. So honestly, if seniors wanted to ShopRite you and send you on errands, they'll have to come all the way from the building to the back, and like nobody is doing all that. It's like, it's only if you really want it bad. So because of that, we really couldn't be like ShopRited, we really couldn't be bullied, but you know, they could still do it in the dining hall. If you ever go like to the seniors, like if you're, let's say you had a senior friend and you're trying to go to their dorm, I wish you all the best. The moment you cross from the juniors to the seniors vicinity, it's a wrap. You're just waiting to see one junior student and you're cooked. Like, you would be the slave for the night, literally. Yeah, that's all for me for today. I really hope that you guys loved listening to my stories, because I kind of was like, not nervous, I guess there's just so many stories that I could talk about, and I was like, I don't know where to start from, because I'm not gonna lie, some of these stories, they do be crazy. I hope that you enjoyed my story time, and most of all, you enjoyed I guess watching me do my nighttime skincare routine. Well, nighttime, my facial care routine. I don't have a nighttime or a daytime. That's all for me. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.